I tried to make Magic the Gathering in Minecraft. What's going on? Tectonic Edge here, and you may notice I'm still in Minecraft. You may be going, hey, this isn't MTGO. Correct. And you also may be going, isn't this the same world you used in that April Fool's Day video? Also correct, but I wasn't happy with the video, so I'm making another one. I spent a lot of time on the world, and I was really tired when that video came out, so I figured I'd do a story video on how I tried to make Magic the Gathering in Minecraft for an April Fool's Day prank, and cost myself a bunch of sleep in the process. Yep. So the story starts out March 31st. I'm getting home, hopping on my computer, got my video uploaded, or, well, actually, I didn't get a video uploaded because I've been rushing back and forth. I have a friend who is about to have the baby, and I'm a babysitter for her current kid when she's about to have the baby, and there's been a few false alarms. I've been busy, but I really like April Fool's Day. Top 10 favorite holidays. Usually my target is my little brother, but I kind of got his set up to perpetuity. I went ahead and did a permanent alert on this calendar for April 1st at 4:30 in the morning. So that's covered. And I've done April Fool's Day videos in the past. Some of them were good. Other ones were a little, you start running out of time. It's March 31st, and if you don't have a plan or something else come up, you have to think on the fly. So I'm starting to think, what am I going to do? What would make a good April Fool's Day video? And I hop in Minecraft. And I start thinking, I like Minecraft. And I start messing around with some maps, and I make a pretty, interesting discovery. Maps, now it wasn't this world, it was the world I play with my friends online, but maps disappear with you clicking with that button, but they rotate when you right-click them. You can tap a map. And that got me thinking, why don't I just create some magic cards in Minecraft and see where it goes? And I thought, good idea. It might be interesting. Play around with that mechanic. The thought process was going to be, so Magic the Gathering and Minecraft each do their own special thing for April 1st. Minecraft usually does a special version of the game, and Magic the Gathering, okay, they've been doing secret layers recently, but does something as well. And they've collaborated in the past, so I figured if I get video early enough, maybe I can get a few people to think, oh, maybe this is some kind of collaboration. I didn't expect that to go past the title, but it was a cool thought. So I began working and trying to think of how to make a map in Minecraft look like a magic card. My first thought is, so there are actually people, and I watch a series called Hermitcraft where they do this, and big props to them to do this in the real game. You can take a map and then plan out your blocks and actually cover a section of the real Minecraft world, the big world out here, to make the little pixel art like this. That takes an insane amount of time, and I've got probably about 100 blocks in placing, and thought, no way I'm gonna get this done. I might not even get half a card done, assuming I can even figure out where to place the blocks. I was looking for a program to do it. Then I found this program. This program, and a YouTube video on how to use it, that told you how to make custom maps by messing with the game and hacking the files. So I like, yeah! Let's go for the easy way. I'll put a link to that video down below in case you guys want to give it a try, because it was a cool video, pretty well made, and it's a cool technique. But pretty much, you go to the website, you take your image, you get it to the right size of the map, you upload it, it converts it to you, and then you go in and replace your map files that you've already created with that image, and you can just get custom maps like that. And much easier. It also meant I could make a whole bunch more cards than I thought I could originally make in the amount of time I had. Then that gets me thinking, you know what? If you can tap cards, and you can tell what the cards are, you could just play a game in there. So I go from trying to make a couple cards to actually trying to make a playable version of Magic in Minecraft. And a couple thoughts. First, you had to have a field. Item frames, they hold the maps. You can tap cards. Easy. You had to have a way to shuffle the deck. And that's where I started thinking of this. Now, I didn't need it to be that advanced, so it doesn't truly randomize. But if you take one of these shulker boxes here, place it right in here above this hopper, we'll fill in all the items, and then the items will start looping. And whenever you press the button, so long as you don't stop it for too long in the clump, so I wouldn't actually pull this lever unless you actually have to stop it for an ancient stirrings, which is why the lever is here in the first place. It'll keep the cards randomized, and you'll actually get a random card whenever you press the button. So I thought. And so when I first tested it, that's how it worked. If you watch my video, it did not work out. Cards are flying out of there and despawning. I think I lost about a third of my deck on both sides to this, arbitrage. I couldn't find my towers when I searched with an expedition map. It was a little heartbreaking because that kind of one of the things that made me call that video early. That and a lack of sleep. Anyway, the next question was, well, if I can tap cards and play cards, and I can shuffle the decks and pause it to use search cards, how can I keep track of life? I've seen videos where they make big fancy things for keeping track of life. Yeah, I just made towers. You break the bottom block and it decreases, and the red marks are your 5 indicators. There are counters you can actually make in Minecraft, big redstone machines. I wasn't going to get that done in a night. That press a button, it goes up or down one. A guy I watched, Itzcow85, made one that counted diamonds for him. That was pretty cool. But, yeah, no. Sand blocks. If you run out, you're dead. So I had my mechanics down. I figured, hey, this might actually work. Let me see if I can find any buddies to play a game with me in here. Pretend like this is a real thing. At what is now 11 o'clock at night, after testing and getting the first card in, which was a Con Liberated. Worked out pretty well. Yeah, that wasn't going to work. So my next thought was, hey, if I can't get anyone to play a game this late at night, I'll just play against myself. I tend to use different personas for my Magic the Gathering videos. If you watch they're not really different. It just changes my intro a little in the costume I wear. But, if I'm playing Affinity, I do We Are Affinity. And you go with the idea is it's a Borg-like robot. I stick a computer chip in the hat. Playing Tron, I got a mine in the hat. And if I'm playing Dredge, I do Dr. Edge, a pun on Dredge and my last name. That's how I ended up with Tectonic Edge too. Yeah, I'll just have my different characters face off each other and a chance to prove which deck was best. A great idea in theory. A little trickier when you've got 2 hours before you want to upload and you're running back and forth, switching skins and having to close the game every time you do to switch skins because there's not an easy way to change Minecraft skins in the game. Having spent all the time to make all 3 decks in the game. I've got all 3 of my decks in here. Tron, Affinity, and Dredge. Pretty much all my old builds. A little updated on the Affinity build. But yeah. Gonna be a cool idea. I think I can get through it, but then more errors start happening. I start getting game errors and video recording errors. When I first started recording this, I didn't realize at the time and in the video, but the frames are freezing in the video and not in the game, so it looks like I'm paused and I'm talking and it has nothing to do. I went around to these links and I decided to make these things at like 5 in the morning. Some of these are logos for companies I've worked with, like this, but some of these are logos for local game stores, like this one here, Big Boy Gaming, this one here, Gamers Geekery and Tavern. These are game stores I like to frequent, and I thought it'd be cool to give them a shout out in the video, so I made maps for them. There's my logo. There's the company I run. Small company. It's me and my brother. Really small company. But yeah. At this point I was getting tired. I'm like, I'm going to throw everything on a Minecraft map. At this point, I probably should have gone to sleep and continued in the morning. But nope, we had maps to make. So I'm setting all this up, and at some point I also think, you know what? This is kind of cool. It's a small little area, but you're in creative mode. You can set the spawn to the center of this and put this map out for some people to download and check out too. You just got to make it fun and throw some Easter eggs in there too. So when I should have been working on how I'm going to make this video after staying up probably about 7 or 8 hours in at this point, I go, I'm going to throw memes in here and secrets for people to go out in the world and find. So I went out and hid cards all around. I started adding tokens in that the decks would need. Yeah, I'm getting a little loopy by this point, but I think it's around 8 in the morning and I get a message on Discord from one of the guys I've met at my local card shop and who joined my Discord. Has been watching the videos, and it's cool if you're watching. Shout out to you if you're watching this video, man. But he messaged, dude, have you been on Minecraft all night? And for the first time that night, I look over at the clock, and I look over at the bottles of caffeine next to me, and I go, yes. Yes, I have. This is also the point where I start going, oh, I wanted to have this out before 10 because that's typically when Minecraft and Magic the Gathering start putting out their videos. That's East Coast time. So I'm like, okay, let's get this started. I'm going to run around. I actually went to some of their websites and did some quick HTML edits to try and make them look like they were talking about this. I just changed the first few elements and swapped some of the pictures out. But it's fun to do. You can pretty much do any website you download on your browser, you have a local version of, you can mess with. And you can make some pretty cool or pretty funny videos that way. But anyway, yep, I went to Wizards website talking about the upcoming Pro Tournament. Cool to see that back. Swapped it for an image of Minecraft Planeswalker skins that they did a while ago. That was my intro. It's probably spent too long on those pages just rambling, but at that point, I'm so tired, I'm a little discoherent. I get in the world, I have everything set up, and I start talking about how it's the greatest thing that Minecraft did, and I'm going, crap, I spent all this work and I'm giving the credit to someone else, even if I am going to say April Fool's at the end of the video. But then I set it up, I start pausing the video, I swap to my other skin, things start breaking, and I'm running back and forth, just having a conversation with myself, going, oh, this is not going well. Cards weren't drawing. I had these set up, so a graveyard you could retrieve cards out of, the ender chest, so it's removed from the game, and no one else can interact with it, because your opponent can interact with your graveyard, but not your exile pile, or usually, okay, that's not true. There's cards that interact with your exile pile, but I didn't put any in the cards I made. I made 107 maps, by the way. It took a while to, find the card image. I had to manually adjust it to the pixel size of these, and then do a conversion, and then put them into the file folder, and plus generate each map in here, and use an anvil to name the map so the card name pops up. It actually turns out pretty well. I mean, it's almost legible for most of these. Like, you can see Mimnite up here. You can see the mana cost pretty well. Yeah, I can't read any of that one. That says affinity for artifacts. But yeah, I'm in here. Video's getting wonky. Minecraft keeps crashing on me. And what I think it was is I had my render distance set pretty massive. I've got it set much smaller now, and I'm hoping this video is recording. Ooh, this is another thing. So I'll hop on Minecraft for every now and then and play. In my main world, I spent so long trying to track down a jungle biome. And I spawn in a jungle biome for this world I'm using just to play Magic in. And I'm not going to do any of the regular Minecraft in. April Fool's on me from Minecraft right there. Here's my original testing spot. There's the first attempt at a deck shuffler. This was actually the first card I did, but apparently the map number and the card image were in the same, so it updated the map before it was locked. So these were originally Karn Liberated, and they're now regular maps. In fact, the first time I went to record the video, I opened that up, I pull out a Karn Liberated, and the card just disappears into a regular map, and I'm like, welp, I just spent 3 minutes talking about a video that I'm going to have to reset and figure out why the heck that's not working. It was fun. Yeah, I probably did about 10 takes on that video before I just said, you know, we're going to keep going. And I got to the point where I started playing a game against myself, doing that running back and forth thing I was talking about, pressing pause and start on the video, which I don't think helped the video at all either. And I got somewhere in the middle of the Tron v Affinity game. It was going to be whoever won was going to face Dredge. Yep. And I go, okay, I'm about to crash on my keyboard. Half my deck's gone. These maps might disappear at any minute. I don't know what's going on there. These villagers keep judging me. I see you, Chuck. I'm just going to call the video here and go take a nap. I uploaded it with what I have, but I wasn't happy with it, especially because it honestly took a long time to figure out how to get these maps in here and figure out how I was going to do with this video. Hindsight's 2020. I wish I'd given myself a week to do this project, and I kind of wish I'd, this would be a pretty cool large-scale project. It could do some work, and if there's any interest, I might take it up again, import more decks, work on a shuffling system, but actually try and make and then play some games with some people rather than me just running, oh, over here, tap this, draw. You know, that what is the guy's name? Jerry from that Pixar short where he's playing chess with himself. Yeah, that was me. I embodied the spirit of, I'm pretty sure his name is Jerry, but it's been so long since I've seen that Pixar short, and I don't even think his name is in there. I know he dies in one of the other ones. Rest in peace, Jerry. So, making this video, that's pretty much the story. I spent 12, possibly 13 hours making a video about Minecraft and Magic the Gathering. Just because I could tap it like that. So, if you want to check out the world, I got some cool Easter eggs, like some modified art that I've done for cards like Liquid Metal Coating. You can come in. I've kind of got it for download. I pretty much just copied my world file and dumped it into a Google Drive. I'll put a link down below if you want to give this a shot. There are ways to install it. I think you just have to unzip the file and drop it in there into wherever your Minecraft worlds are stored, and you should be able to access it. If not, check videos and content online. Somebody's going to have it. I know I've installed Hermitcraft World, so I know it's doable. So if you do decide to come download the world, check it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you got any thoughts for improvement. I might come back to this later on. I might just let it die here. I haven't decided. But yeah, if you're checking out the world, I'd love to hear from you. Drop some videos or some clips or screenshots in my Discord. Love to see it in action if you give it a shot, actually playing the game. Or explore the world. There's a Black Lotus hidden somewhere in this world. I don't know. If you find it and send me a screenshot with you having found the Black Lotus, I'll give you a shout out in the future video. Thank you for watching Tectonic Edge. Standing in a rainstorm. Minecraft has wonky weather. Signing out.